Hello, my babies. Remember I told you that I'll probably bring up some books from the library? So here comes. This is one called Difficult Mothers, and it's by Terry Apter. I got it from the library. You know, all of us who are mothers who have tried to raise daughters, I need not say anymore. This is Michael Ian and Megan McCain. America, You Sexy Bitch. These are ones I got from the library. This is Bully, Life and Times of Theodore Roosevelt. More than 250 vintage and political cartoons by Rick Marshall. All of us need to know how to be safe, and this is a Guardsmark book, How to Be Safe, How to Protect Yourself, Your Home, Your Family, and Your Business from Crime by Ira A. Lipman. These two were getting busy together, but this is Paula Broadwell with Vernon Laub, all in. The Education of General David Petraeus. What I have to say about that is I was raised a hard penis has no conscience. So we need to worry about the problems that we have in as far as people getting jobs and things than to worrying about who's doing who. Now that's my feeling about it. It should be between them and their wife. This is another one called Her Stories by Virginia Hamilton. These are African American folk tales and fairy tales and true tales. Then we have a book called, my favorite writer, his name is Studs Terkel. He died Halloween, I think about maybe 2 or 3 years ago. This is a story of our century, coming of age. Pull that down so you can see. If you want some really good reading, Studs Terkel is the guy to go to. He writes about things that happen in our regular life. The killing hasn't always been going on. This is a book called The Dying Ground. It's by Nichelle D. Tramble, and it's on the hip-hop noir novel. This is a book, I got plenty of books on this because I think we better get ready. This book is called, get my mail out of there. This book is called The Great Depression, America, 1929 to 1941. People don't pay attention to what's going on in the rest of the world and think it's not going to happen at our doorstep. It's happening. This is another thing about the Depression. It's called Daily Life, and it's 1929 to 1940. So I've got my little computer up here as a background thing with bookcases and everything. I think that's kind of cute since I'm talking about books. This is a good book here. This I bought when I was in Washington, D.C. It's called African, a book of postcards. And it just shows different pictures of some of our famous African Americans. There's Adam Clayton Powell and Bessie Smith. And it has just about anyone. It's a bunch of postcards that I got. Of course, you know I love Soul of My Sisters. You know I love that. That's Essence #1 bestseller. This is a trivia book. It's called Brain Quest. Hispanic American, but they're also African American, just about any nationality. And what it does, it asks questions and it gives you the answers. And it's called Brain Quest. This was a guy who used to be on television, Tony Brown, Black Lies, White Lies. I'm telling you, Audible.com and put all this out of business because I have 700 books on my phone, and I can also put them on my iPod, I can put them on my computer, I can put them anywhere. So there's no way you can go in a store and buy one book because this one book I have here, it's going to be right where I put it. But I buy one book and you can put it on 5 different, 6, 7 more locations. You can even burn it and give your friends a copy. This is South Africa, Colors of a New Day. And that's by Sarah Lefanu and Nathan. I know you saw I did that thing to Sheba. I'm going to add that to my repertoire, my genre. One sister a day or brother, whether you show your face or not, I'm going to talk about your videos. And not nothing negative or anything. I'm going to just say my viewpoint. You know, I'm not the kind to call you a bunch of nasty names and stuff like that. I just don't roll like that. This is Don Marie Daniels and Candace Satin, Soul of My Sister, which I think I put that already. For your children in your house, this is a good book called The Children's Dictionary by Scholastic. And it has over 1,000 photographs and illustrations. Plus, on the internet, if you got young kids, there's a website called starfall.com or aerobics, and that's good for the kids in your house. My daughter was teaching in Bali, and she sent me this book about Indonesia. Mostly all this stuff you can get on the internet and just search it. This was cute. This is off the wall, and it's called Graffiti for the Soul. So if you would open it up, it says, warning to visitors, Toronto is the asshole capital of the world. Backwards sentence, this wrote IU confused too. Opportunity knocked, and I threw him out. These are some of the things that people wrote on the walls. Sex is one of my 7 reasons for living. The other 6 I forgot. Marriage is a great invention, but I still prefer the light bulb. It's so cute. Men should come with instructions. So that's called Off the Wall Graffiti for the Soul. And it's collected by Ernie JS Olinsky. This is the same guy who wrote the book about it's not good to be happy not to be working and happy to be single. So that's what I say there. This is another book of mine. It's Witches, Midwives, and Nurses. And it's Barbara Ehrenrich and Deidre English. And if you think we have problems now, wow, you should see how women had to go through the stuff in those days. This is Medical Apartheid, Harriet A. Washington. The dark history of medical experimentation on Black Americans from colonial times to the present. And if you think they're not experimenting on us, I'm going to give you some tropical land in Alaska. This is just a video, but it's good. It's called Life Looks Back, 25 great events in the last 25 years. My favorite place, Mexico, the Lonely Planet. Acapulco's my favorite place there in Mexico. Having problems, but I think God's going to fix it. My favorite senior citizens, of course, Life is So Good, with my friend George Dawson, who died about 103. My other wonderful lady that I love, again, Rebecca Fuller McGinnis, by Florence Coleman Bryant. She lived to be 107. She was a school teacher for, I think, 45 or 55 years. Again, I've got The Hallelujah Table, Maya Angelou. And here she has all types of recipes for you, and also recipes for your soul. Twice baked potatoes. Grandma's not no cooking person, but there's got some. Go to YouTube, man. Them people are burning the pots on there. One of my favorite one who strictly, she doesn't do anything but cooking, is Cooking with Caroline. Carolyn. And I know you all are too young, but this was one called Where to Retire. I was going to retire to Acapulco. I went there. I retired for a while, kept my place here. And the hurricanes ran me away, so I'd rather be here. Sometimes I read things just for fun. This is called A Millionaire's Notebook, How Ordinary People Can Achieve Extraordinary Success. And it's by Stephen K. Scott. You know I like my Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. This is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff with your family. Simple ways to keep daily responsibilities and household chaos from taking over your life. Don't sweat the small stuff also, these people on YouTube. This is the return of the African American. And only thing I found about him, to me, he just put a whole bunch of all the women he banged in Africa. Remaking Respectability. This was about African American women in interwar Detroit. They had to compete with Polish women for jobs. And some of these women would say, don't send me a black woman to clean my house. I want a white woman. So that lets you know I love to read. This is only a small percentage of my books. But readers are leaders, and I want all of you to get to the library and read. Read, read, read. If you don't have time to read, to sit down and read, like I have vision problems, I want you to go to audible.com and just sample what they let you sample. Sometimes they even give you free books. Plus, the library has the same offers for you, free books. Okay, bye-bye.